Okay, greetings, cool cats, and welcome back. Here we are at the town of Pentel. Still on Susia Island in the lands of Terrestria. We're gonna go around the side for no particular reason. Let's go through the middle. Should probably make contact with the leader of these obeyers, as they refer to themselves. The servile guard is completely obedient, cooperative, and in awe of you. However, he doesn't know anything useful. Okay. You enter the village of Pintel. Once this was... Sorry about that. This was a large Shaper fort, probably administrative center. Now, serviles are nestled in the ruins. As you enter, the effect on the serviles is dramatic. They stare at you in awe. Considering how independent the serviles of Vakiri were, the change is remarkable. Some of the serviles fall to their knees. One of their guards walks up to you, staring at the ground and shuffling his feet. Shaper, welcome to Pentel. In the name of the Obeyers, we welcome you. We are grateful that you have returned to rule and guide us at last. He shuffles back at his post, not daring to look directly at you. When you meet the gaze of these meek creatures, they look away. For once, the serviles are acting like you'd expect. Hall of the Obeyers. This massive hall is arranged in rows of crude benches. An old Shaper throne, salvaged by the Obeyers, is at the far end. It's too large for the serviles, but they use it anyway. This is a meeting hall of Pentel in the heart of the Obeyer sect. From here, the plans of the serviles are set into motion, all with the sole intention of pleasing the Shapers. What you got? Obeyer reminder. Every moment of happiness you ever have is because of the Shapers, and sadness too. All satisfaction at work properly performed is because of a Shaper, and is owed. The joys of food, of children, and of song all come from the Shaper, and can be taken, if one is wise. All wisdom and guidance come from the Shapers. Shaper errors only lead to pure truth. Wow. All protection comes from the Shapers. The Shapers are the greatest of powers. We are thankful and we must obey. All come from the Shapers. Okie dokie. You think they're gonna like me? Leader Rydell. You face the leader of Pentel, an old servile sitting on his throne. You are trained to look at creations and evaluate their mental state. You have never met a creation so conflicted. Finally, he says, Shaper, I have heard of your arrival. I am awed and grateful that you have returned to us at last. I am Rydell. I am the leader of the Obeyers, and the only sect that has stayed steadfast and true to you. We know that you are not alone here. Or, we know that you are alone here. Rogues hunt you as they do us all. We hope you have come to assist us, and to award us for our obedience. He watches you expectantly. Your obedience pleases me. I don't need your obedience. I don't like how serviles on Susia Island have developed. I'm just passing through. I don't want to get involved. Once again, you gotta pick a side right off the bat. Let's try to avoid it for now. The servile has spent many years in command, plotting and scheming. He has now come face to face with what he's worshipped for many years. Awe and cunning fight within him as he tries to decide how to deal with you. Whatever the Shaper wants, of course. We have done our best to guess what you would want. If you gave us a little guidance before you left, that would... But we have no right to ask anything of you. What do you want here, Shaper? We Obeyers can provide shelter and information. We only need to hear what you want. Tell me about yourselves. Gladly, Shaper. My life is centered around our beliefs that we think will be pleasing to you. We want nothing but to show your kind the obedience we owe you as our creators. We hope, one day, that we will be able to convince you to give us your support. Tell me about your beliefs. It will be simpler, Shaper, for our beliefs are exactly those of you and your people. You are our creators. We were not there, and then we were, through your will. The Awakened say that our debt to you is for our creation has been paid off. This is not true. Even if it can be paid, it will take many, many more years of true obedience and service. Note, however, that we only serve the true Shapers, who follow the Shaper's true beliefs. If we feel that a Shaper has been twisted by the will of its kind, we will not obey. When should serviles be allowed to ignore the Shapers? Someday, perhaps, maybe the debt of our creation can be paid. That will be for the Shapers to decide, though not us. True Shapers, how can you decide whether a Shaper's beliefs are valid or not? It is a difficult question and one we have much discussed. We owe obedience to true Shapers, but not false ones. What do we do if two Shapers say different things? For now, we decide to follow what the Shapers taught us before they left. It's the best we can do. I'm impressed by your wisdom and self-control in the face of adversity. You deserve to be rewarded for your loyalty. Let's say that for now. Rydell exhales a deep breath of relief. So many years of self-doubt, Shaper. So many years of wondering why you abandoned us. Now that we know we have followed the true course. Thank you. Is that really all you wanted, buddy? I want to discuss the affairs of this island with you, of course. I wish that I had better news. There are outsiders on the isle, invaders. We do not know where they are from or what they want. If we knew you were a true Shaper and not a rebel, we could share information with you. You would have to be our ally first, though. If you are obeyers, shouldn't you obey me now by helping me? But we don't know if you truly follow the laws of the Shapers. If you're on Susia Island for forbidden reasons, sharing information with you might help you. If you were to become our ally, we would know that we could trust you. Rydell is cunning for a servile. For all his obedience to your kind, he is determined to get assistance for his people. How valuable is this information? Rydell's voice is grim, Shaper. Horrible things have been happening on Susia Island. The highest crimes of your kind. You sense that he truly believes what he is saying. We can help you destroy a dark power. First, though, we must be absolutely sure you won't claim that power for your own. You don't say. Tell me of this village. This is the largest servile settlement on Susia. We have worked hard to make it so. We want it to be ready for when the Shapers return. Still, we face many threats. It has been hard. How have you obeyed us in our absence? For each of the tasks the Shapers have serviles perform, we have one group which carries it out. We train each new generation to serve as the ancestors have served. Please, Shaper, speak with the serviles here. Note their skill and loyalty. Our loyalty has made us strong and prosperous. Tell me of the rogues. I would, but I think you best learn about the threats which face us from those who must deal with them directly, every day. Find Mikal. He can tell you. And Shaper, if you are feeling merciful and kind, please help us. Recently, our difficulties have been great. That is all. Okay. So we are looking for Mikal. Weren't able to get too much out of him there. Yes, I have returned. We are so glad. What you got? Not yet. Ooh. Some bedrooms. What's that? Not a thing? Oh. Just some empty bedrooms, I suppose. See a javelin. A girdle of strength and Chinton armor. There's no one in here. That can stay there. We already have one, but that's still a good get. Quite valuable to be sold. Steel javelins. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Small training hall, I suppose. Nice bit of detail. That's a new thing, being able... No, that's probably not. But 2-story buildings, it's unfamiliar. Within the series, I should say. Interesting little lamppost. Oh. Though the serviles of Pentel claim total obedience to the Shapers, it's very strange to find what you find here. It's a Shaper laboratory, once used for shaping new creations. It has been scrupulously maintained by the serviles. It also looks like, despite the absence of Shapers for many years, this lab has been in use. The serviles here have been trying to use Shaper powers on their own. Very strange. And forbidden. This bears further investigation. Is rogue, you can tell it in an instant. However, the serviles have trained and beaten it into submission. You don't say. You meet an old servile alchemist. That is what he must be, as strange as it is. Serviles can be used, and his name is Learn Geoffrey, as laboratory assistants, but this one clearly aspires to be something more. You smell sulfur, stink of living fioras nearby. Welcome, Shaper, the old servile says. I am Geoffrey of the Obeyers. I have been here long and learned much. I am sure there is much you want to know about this isle. I can help you. What sort of work are you doing here? What is this lab for? Do not fear, Shaper. I am not following the arts forbidden to us serviles. I would never attempt to make my own creation. I have been trying to tame existing ones. I would control rogues and have them fight for us instead of against us. I expose them to training, to beating, to essence, and to appeal to their natural obedience to true Shaper thoughts. Does it work? It does, sometimes, sort of. Most of the rogues we capture do not survive the taming. A few have, all yours. They fight for us now in some places. We need the defenders we can get to survive. Tell me what you've learned. Geoffrey bows his head. I am ashamed, Shaper. I cannot bear to expose my ignorance to you. It would be too humiliating. You try to convince him to help you, but his shame is too great. Sounds like a leadership check. There's much I would like to learn from you. I'm sure there is, however, I can only share my knowledge with the ally of the Obeyers. Alright. We should also go back and check if we can learn anything. Learn anything from the guard captain, whatever his name is, at the fort of the Awakened. Might have to join their sect first. We'll see. That's a way out. Let's exit through there, see where that takes us. Sure. To the woods again. Okay. Pardon me. Some small rooms. Cabinet. Go in. Thank you. If it's not nailed down, it's coming with me. Hello. This is one of the serviles who grew food and raised meat for Pentel. Her hard work is giving her rough hands and strong muscles. Not a surprise. Many serviles back home work as farmers. She bows. I am pleased by your attention, Shaper. I hope I can help you. Tell me of your farm. It is outside the west gate. Now that the gate has been cleared, we are starting to return to our lands. We will repair the damage. I'm looking for information. Ryder is our leader and one with the most knowledge. He is leader of the Obeyers. I know that he will be honored by a visit. Okay, you're a farmer? Sorry, Shaper. I know I make food, but I don't carry it all around with me. Never mind, you can return to your work. Interesting. Wonder if there's more there. Nice room. We need to find a shop as soon as possible. Traveler's Hall. Let's try there. Work away on up. Over yonder. Pixley. You meet a happy servile, good-natured despite the horrors that surround her. Your approach elevates her from happiness to ecstasy. The Shaper, visiting me, I am honored. I am Pixley, leader of the travelers, the ones who move things about, who roam the isle, whole isle, sometimes to aid Shapers, sometimes for ourselves. It is the greatest honor to meet a Shaper at last. I wish to find a boat. I wish I could meet your every need, Shaper, but I have never seen a boat. But, she thinks, one of my scouts told me she saw a ship recently near the shore south of here. She tells you how many days ago. Coincidentally, it was the same day you were attacked and swam to the island. She was traveling through the tombs. To get there, go south through Pinto Woods, then east. If you explore the shore, you might find something. My craft was attacked by a ship about then. What? It attacked the Shaper? Please don't believe we had anything to do with it. Serviles don't build ships. Alright. You travel. My ancestors scouted and moved supplies for Shapers. We do the same thing now. We keep the routes clear to travel clear so that we may serve your kind in the same way when you return. Since you have been traveling, you must know how dangerous our task is. East of here? First the river, spanned by 2 bridges, then heavy woods. You will find many rogue creations, but servile outposts as well. Some of them will aid you. Then the deadly area of Kask, swarming with takers. Then a few jagged, rocky peaks, and then water again. North, desolate waste with rogues and little else. Beware of that area, Shaper. Not even my folk travel up there. What has made things especially dangerous? It's the bridges. The river to the east is spanned by 2 bridges and they're both blocked. They're guarded by rogues. I have lost 2 drovers there, both killed. It is a horrible thing we have been hoping the Shapers would rescue us from. If you're able to clear one of the bridges for us, we will be thankful. Sort of rogues. It varies, but large, powerful varieties. Okay, where'd they come from? We don't know. Rogues have been invading servile lands for 3 years now. Okay, that's the first we've heard of a time span. They all come from the north. Most of them we can deal with, but it gets worse every month. Let's see. Okay, that's it for now. Picked up. Clear the bridge. Not that many quests so far. Well, let's check back here. Oh, bazaar, actually. That's probably what we want. Oops. Okay. Merchant. Greetings, mighty Shaper. It is an honor to merely be in your presence and da-da-da-da-da. How has trade been lately? Oh, Shaper, since rogues started roaming everywhere, it's been very dangerous. We've been unable to scavenge for equipment and Shaper artifacts. We have not been able to carry goods between settlements. If bridges to the east would be clear, life would be much easier. Okay. I would like to trade with you. Ah, yes, egg. Okay, sell that, sell that, sell that. Tempted to sell the ring. Sell that for sure. For sure. We'll sell this for now. I'm tired of making a... Oh. What did I keep? Oh, that. Oh, okay. To you then. Oh, tools. Funny enough, the same price as everywhere else. Mm-hmm. Okay. How about to sell? Okay. Alright, now we have some room to find and scavenge more stuff of our own. So how's everybody doing? Very good, I hope. Crazy days, I tell you what. What's in here? Loot. Out of sight. Excellent. Hello. You didn't see anything, man. Please, by your attention, return to your work. Just another farmer. Okay, so that's it for this side. What's over here? Probably just more guard post, right? Yeah. We still need to find the guard leader so we can pick up some quests there. Another merchant. Oh. This library is both impressive and pitiful. It is a monument to Obeyer worship of Shapers. The shelves are piled with scrolls. You pick one up and inspect it, and then another. They're records. Bureaucratic notes of a colony here before it was abandoned. Inventories, notes, bureaucratic mundanity. They aren't all originals, though. They're copies. Painstakingly made and kept legible by servile scribes in case the Shapers ever returned. The records are worthless, though. Whatever information they contain has been rendered obsolete and useless by years of abandonment. So much time was wasted here just because the serviles thought you people might appreciate it. Oof. That's a bit of criticism, isn't it? Copy and recopy. The ledgers are intact. Learned Dana. At last you meet a servile who's doing a servile's job. Many of her kind do record keeping and other endure administrative work. These smarter variants are too weak to be used for farming and fighting. The female displays the respect and awe that is the norm here. Shaper, you inspect us at last. I am Dana. Welcome to the records hall. I maintain it and train other serviles to maintain it. I hope it meets with your approval. You keep records. Do you know much about Susia? Very little. The records are, well, we don't really understand them. But I've gathered a little bit of knowledge. Do you know anything about the canisters I have been finding? They are changing me. I know that they were discovered here. Our records have mentioned their construction and use. They are capable of rewriting the very code of life written deep within your being. The Shapers stopped making them. Then they fled the Isle. I don't know why. She looks at you closely. Shaper, you have been using them, haven't you? Though I've never seen one of you, you look strange to me. She fetches an old mirror, worn and cracked, and shows you your face. She is right. You have changed. There's a cold look in your eyes, and you think you can see a faint glow underneath your skin. Very strange. Do you know why this isle was barred, or what it was used for? We can't say. Such records weren't kept here. However, we have spent many years copying and recopying these records, and we noticed a few odd things. Huge amounts of supplies were moved around this island when it was operational. Many Shapers came and left. The three who directed things were Daphneal, Karada, and Danette. What they were doing and why they left, I have no idea. I am sorry. I can tell you, though, who has more records papers Servile should not have. His name is Tovio. He is a foul taker in Kazg. He jealously guards the most valuable records of the Shapers, even the locations of their most useful artifacts. To learn more, find him. So we know who we may want to get stuff from if we want power. What records are stored here? My ancestors were charged by Shapers to keep records of non-research business on Susia. For years we have done that. It's difficult. We pulled people away from hunting and farming and trained them to do this work. Sometimes the paper rotted. Then we recopied them. I am sure everything here is intact and the Shapers would wish it. I hope our work pleases you. Do your records say what the island was for? We should never be trusted with knowledge like that. Where did you get pens and ink and paper? We made them ourselves. It takes a lot of work. And exactly what can I find here? Inventories of food and tools, list of serviles and other creations, orders for basic supplies, all dating up to when the Shapers left. So at least a century old and thus hopelessly outdated. Alright. Well, I'm not going to answer that. Can you sit still? Okay, I think that's all we're going to learn from her, though. Moving right along. Shapers and humans, commons. Okay. Loot. Ink and paper. Anything lighting up there? Nope. What have we got in here? Ooh. Take that. Sure. Take that and take that. Take that and take that. Very good. So let's move on up here. What are you about? Farmer. Okay. We are looking for a guard post, I presume. The servile is young, but she moves as if she bears a heavy burden. Her hands show signs of hard work, but her robes are free of dirt. When she sees you, she kneels. A single tear runs down her cheek. I heard, but I did not dare believe. It is true. After all our waiting, you have returned to us. Welcome, Shaper. I am Natalie, head of the farmers. I have trained the serviles as you would wish. Tell me of the farmers. She is exhausted, her eyes are red. Still, she manages to talk. What did you do with the food since we weren't here? Few generations, we have trained our children to grow food for you. I saw your farms and I cleared the rogues away. Oh, Shaper, I know. Thank you, thank you. Even now we are sending out farmers to repair the damage. Thanks to you, we will not starve. You came to solve the problems when all was worst, as were taught you would. What'd you do with the food? Of course, eating the foods ourselves helped us survive to serve you better. Why are you so tired? She lowers her head, leaning closer to you for strength. Not long ago, my bondit was lost. His name was Hudge. He was cutting wood. A Vilsh poisoned him and he died. For a time, I questioned how the Shapers could abandon us. I wondered how they could let these things happen to us. In the end, Rydell came to me. I think we know what it means to be bonded. Rydell told me how it was all for the best. He told me how you understood all and you made sure it was all happening for a reason. It was a great comfort to me. Please, Shaper, forgive me for my doubts. It's servile business, to be sure. Okay. Not much there. Still have yet to find what we're really looking for. Beware the Vilsh. Hello. Godwin. This burly servile has pairs of axes at his belt, one on either side. He's grim, restless, and not entirely in awe of you. This meeting hall, once quite grand, has been converted into a lumber yard. The smell of freshly cut wood is heavy in the air. I'm Godwin, he says. I'm the head woodsman. I keep serviles trained in the ways, so when the Shapers return, we can fetch wood for you. You are a servile woodsman, obviously. Aye. Fetching wood and shaping planks were two of the main things Shapers used serviles for. That started a long time ago. Now we make sure to train new woodsfolk down generation to generation. We must always be able to obey your will, though it has been difficult. What sort of difficulties? Nothing that'll surprise you. Rogues, Vilsh, lots of them. Perhaps I could figure out where the Vilsh are coming from. Perhaps you could. We would always hope Shapers return to help us, but I never thought it would happen. But if it did, I'm sure would be grateful. If you could go to woods to the south and find the source of the Vilsh and remove it, we'd be grateful. That's another quest. Okay, I think I need a moment. Yeah, much better. Turn that fan down so the ambient noise isn't so loud. Okay. Actually, one more thing. There you go. Wee bit quieter. This game can be atmospheric. A wee bit. What's back here? Sure. Excuse me. I believe that's who we're looking for. It's not nailed down. Finally. You doubt that you would ever get used to seeing serviles like this. Tall, armored, and trained with weapons. Fortunately, you have little to fear from this one. It's all he can do to keep himself from throwing himself to the floor at your feet. Welcome, Great Shaper. I am Mikhail Blade, commander of the armed serviles here. We have waited so long for you to return. Okay. I need to learn how to talk. We have waited so long for the return of your kind. There are so many foes facing us and so little we can do to oppose them. Without help. You need my help? What is wrong? Rebellion. Rogue serviles. All warriors in the thorny wood must block in a band of dangerous rogue serviles. This task wastes valuable forces. If you could slay them, it will be most helpful to your loyal serviles here. Where is this? Leave the city gates to the east and travel down the road to the south. You will reach Thorny Wood. Along the central road, you will find our outpost. What makes you think these serviles are rogue? They are inutile, cast-offs from Kazg, we think. They won't work with us to follow your will. They squat on our lands and steal food from us. We don't have food to spare. Why haven't you destroyed them yourself? They have protected themselves with traps and guards. We cannot eliminate them without losses we can't afford. Not the Kazg and Vakiri, always looking for weakness. Tell me about the threats around you. Where to begin? There are raiders and infiltrators from Kazg. There are rogues. There are even rumors of evil humans on our isle. Our humans are barred from Susia, and yet they came. Where do the rogues come from? We don't know. First alone, in pairs, small or twisted, then more, then hordes. I hear there are even creatures that hide in caves and spawn the rogues themselves. At first it was a nuisance, now it threatens us all. Spies from Kazg? Kazg is a village to the east. It's a sick place consumed by a belief of the takers. They would lead us in rebellion against your kind. The horror. I cannot bear to think of it. They send raiders here all the time to punish us for our loyalty. We don't worry, though. When we capture a taker, we deal with it. How? Quickly and in a way that ensures they never question the Shapers again. We never hesitate to do your will. What else? Tell me about the humans. I've never seen one, only heard rumors. They look different. They speak a strange tongue. Came here on ships far away. Each one has a strength of 10 thods, and they can shoot beams of flame from their eyes. This is all rumor, though. Some of it might not be reliable. No doubt. Okay. Gotta watch out for those laser beams from their eyes. I think that's a joke later. That's referenced. It sounds familiar to me. What's in here? Oh. Splattered with blood. Oof. I'm guessing that's where they deal with the traders, as they would refer to them. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's exit out the final area to this side. Open up as many areas as possible. And we'll go fight more of the Vilsh, which we left off from last time. I believe. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Ascended Labs, Pencil Woods. Oh yeah, I died here. Okay. Read this already. Vilsh are dangerous. Definitely gonna need to invest more in melee skills. Nice. Scree. That's what it said. Okay. Let's run away. Gotta run away, gotta run away. Uh-oh. Ooh. With a sinking feeling, you recognize the small puff balls on the ground. Read this before. Dangerous mines. There must be a way around them, right? First, we got some enemies. Okay. Okay. Quick action is coming in handy here. You know what? We're gonna make one. Can't do that. Oh yeah, I wanted to explore this more. Sure. Sure. Definitely we should take one of those. With it being this late, it's going to we could use some AoE. Okay. With it being this late into the game so far, it's worth doing a little bit extra. Alright, we finally have a friend. What is wrong with me? Fire cat. Because it's a cat. Tell me it's not a cat. Obviously it is. What's wrong with you? Okay. Okay. All right. What's through here? Some enemies approaching, but let's look. The tombs. That's where there might be a boat. Okay, got some more Vilsh. Not doing a lot of damage. Did hit twice though. We might struggle to keep it alive. Has very little health. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Oh, it's dead. There we go. Should probably use a little ranged here. There we go. What do we got? Anything? No. Run up on him. Or just miss. So move over here. There you go. There you go. Very good. We won't use that yet, though. Maybe we will. 12. Let's do 1 into missile. Now we have to 1 in each. Yeah, there we go. I'm satisfied with that. More survivability, please. What's through here? Okay, that just leaves back for the fin. We gotta find the source of the Vilsh, though. Nice. Sure. Okay. So we know there's a spawner in there. We will need to be ready. Sure. Okay. Alright. So, if we could daze them all. Okay. Probably should keep him out there. Why don't you hit this one? Okay. No, we don't want to do that yet. I think I would rather run up on it. Yeah. Okay. Acid. That's bad. I'm not doing a lot of damage to it. Okay, let's try to hit it. Stop making more. Okay, let's try to hit it. We need to heal and to try to hit it. Come on. If I die again, I think what we'll try to do is draw out the extra ones. Okay. Don't have any more speed pods, huh? What do I got? Shielding pod. I don't see that working. Oh my gosh. Dead. Man. Well, it's a good thing we just went through an autosave, huh? Really struggling here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get a whole bunch coming up on us right now. There you go. At least it's hitting twice. Oof. There we go. Charged Vilsh. You've hunted down most of the rogues of the Vilsh. Most of the rogue Vilsh. It's now safe to cross this area. Well, that's good. It's not over yet. Okay. Stab it. There we go. There we go. Let's look around a little more, I suppose. Found a nest with nothing. 47, our time. Ooh, large building. What's that? Restoration. And in here. This was a workshop before its serviles abandoned it. They weren't lumberjacks, though. They scavenged old Shaper equipment, and there's lots of it rusting inside to the east. When the Shapers abandoned this island, they left behind a lot of useful tools. Serviles were never meant to touch them, let alone use them. In your absence, this was utterly forgotten. They gotta survive, man. Shaper equipment, that will be useful as well. I am pretty sure. Okay. What's here? The bulk of this ledger scavenged by Shaper devices and their sale to the serviles. Fines, shipments, prices. Okay. Tucked between two of the pages, you find the beginning of a letter. The name of the addressee has been smudged by moisture, but some words are legible. The fourth Vilsh has been sighted. This one attacked one of the women. When guards arrived, one of them struck it. Not long after being wounded, the thing let out a loud keen. I suspect the creatures support each other when assaulted. Very strange behavior. Who could have programmed them thus? It matters not at this point. We need more support. Wonder if they ever got it. Okay. What's that? Vat Chinton. Looks like it's better than what we got. 25 stun resistance. Oh, okay. So it's a little bit less stun resistance. But no minus to hit. And it comes with poison and acid resistance. Okay. Yeah, that's better. And down here. What do we got? Sure. Oh, we got more is what we got. You don't see me. Use one of these. And just inside this cavern, you find scorched stone and piles of bones. The wave of raw power hits you in the face. Wisps of essence float in the air. The vills down here are far more powerful than the ones above. You can't help but wonder what they are guarding. Well, let's try. Okay, Fire Kitty, can you finish him? Disappointing. No, Fire Kitty. That's not a good sign. I think I'm dead. Again. Terrified. You can't terrify me. My God. Alright. Why is that the autosave? Why is that the autosave? It should have been as soon as we travel to a new area. Alright, whatever. So, back to the building and pick up that vat, Chinton, I guess. What do you got? Restoration pod. Some crystals, but I don't have the room. And I guess we'll stay out of that area for now. Sure. What's here? Some shaper equipment. We'll leave that. Hopefully I'll remember later if it comes up. Most likely the people of Kazg will trade you for it. I'm sure that's what that is. Comes up a few times in other games. You meet rebellious creatures who will buy off all of your shaper equipment. Okay, I should see if there's a way through here. 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Took some hits there. How do I make you inactive? I don't know. So I just want to move me. It might be because I don't have enough points in it. Maybe I can't control it independently. Okay, well, I'm just curious. What would it take to survive? What is this is it worth? I'll probably tank one more. There's the Artilla I wanted to make. Okay. We're going to leave that for now, I think. Maybe we'll find a way through. What's off in this direction? Okay, there's one over here. Yeah. Nice. So, this is a problem with the spawner. I seem to really be struggling against it. It hits hard. And then all of the enemies inside don't help. Alright. Do one of these. What else do we have? So some shield pods. This might be useful too. Okay, now that we're set up, F3. Pick it open. Okay. Acid. Okay, that's good. Some DLT is good. Unfortunately, I got it on me as well. Let's try a daze. I'm already down half my health right there. I don't think that's going to mix well with the DLT because as soon as they take damage, they're going to be awake again. But what can I do now? Yeah, see? It broke the daze. So just spam this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Gonna die again, most likely. Okay, that's one. Claw bugs are bad. If we can get rid of you. Oh, come on. Did I use a speed pod? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, okay, this is looking a little more realistic. Alright. It's a waste, but one more. Alright. There we go. There we go. Alright. What do we get? Grounded tunic. Nope. Well, that was what was doing it. Alright. Once the tide of battle turns, like, it really turns. Man. It's a nest. So which quest was that? Pardon me. Godwin gathers wood. He wanted it cleared. What did the soldier want? Did we get a quest from him? Can decide which way to go in from. Oh, he wanted to deal with the rebels. That's probably going to be a moral decision. Let's head on down here. I found the creature that was no longer functioning. I was always told the Shapers helped the creations, but I never thought I would see it happen. Thank you, Shaper. I confess I doubted the wisdom of the Obeyers. Never again. I would like to teach you from something I've learned. I would never dare, but from what I've heard, I think it might be useful. You have to be quick to hurt Vilsh. Here are some techniques I have learned. Godwin explains you several techniques for lunging quickly and getting the drop on potential opponents. His advice is very useful. He doesn't comment on how you landed on this island with no training, but he has clearly realized it. Well, thank you. So I'm guessing that boosted my quick action. Yeah. Had to turn a light on there. It's getting a bit late for me. What time is it? Okay, we're at an hour. Man, it doesn't feel like we did anything, but we had to get through a fudge ton of dialogue, so just have to call it an episode there and move on to the next one, shall we? All right, thank you very much for joining me. If you're enjoying, I hope you'll tune in to the next one. Have a good night. Bye-bye now.